Hey guys, and welcome to another week of WoW Weekly with Myst. Hope everyone's doing great. And for this week, we have Dark Moon Fair is active. The weekly will be Mythics. So doing the weekly will get you a 213 item level piece of loot. So definitely worth doing that. You don't have to do Mythic Plus for that. If you're a person that doesn't want to do that. I know there's tons of people that just don't want to group up with people. And, you know, I don't blame you there. There's a lot of toxicity when it comes to Mythic Pluses and raids and all that. So if you are that type of person, you can just do this quest by doing Mythic Zeros, which is as easy as doing a heroic dungeon, to be honest. So very easy quest, an easy way to get your 213 piece of loot. And PvP Brawl will be Warsong. The final wing of LFR for Castle Nothria will be available. It's actually only one boss, but it'll be there. And this week, Lunar Festival will start. That'll be later on in the week. It starts on the 5th. And it will run all the way to the 19th. And that is our week. So, not too bad. Lunar Festival is great if you haven't taken part in it. You can get, there's toys, there's pets, quite a bit of achievements. You do get a title from the achievements. If you're an engineer, there is a lot of patterns you can get. It's held in the Moonglade. I do have quite a few videos on the channel regarding Lunar Festival, so if you're interested in checking out those videos, they are in a folder. It's in the World of Warcraft section on my channel. And there'll be a folder called World Events, and that's where I put all the stuff for like Lunar Festival, Christmas, Love is in the Air. Any type of world events goes in that folder. So feel free to check it out. Also, this week is another cap week for our Renown, so you will be able to get to Renown 30, which will get you, getting to 29 will get you the Soulbind, the third Soulbind trait. And it will also start to increase the World Quest rewards, so you'll see an increase there. And then when you get Renown 30, you'll get your final trait for your Soulbind number 1, and getting to 30 actually also ignites an achievement. So that is what's going on for Renown this week. Now for progression and goals. This week was not too bad. We did our stream on Saturday, which was meant to be a bonus stream, but I ended up having to cancel the Mount Run stream. Reason being was that I was raiding that night and I wasn't expecting to. So yeah, but we're gonna be changing it to Thursdays. So I got one more day of where I'll be raiding on the Wednesday, but I won't need to cancel stream for it. But yeah, after that it'll get swapped to Thursday, so it won't affect streams. But yeah, that was the reason for the cancellation for the Mount Run stream. And so I had already planned on doing a bonus stream, but because of the cancellation, it just kind of acted like the Mount Run stream for the week. And it went pretty good. It was unlike my Mount Runs usually are. And as you guys know, I usually do the Mount Runs solo, because it's more, the Mount Runs is just content, right? I'm there to talk to you guys. I'm just playing the game while I talk to you guys, more or less. So we grouped up and did a bunch of Legion raids. We went into Nighthold. and Antorus and Tomb of Sargeras. So that went really good. My main purpose for it was I was really close for some of my skip quests, and I've been really struggling lately for picking up quests, especially when I go out to the maw. I find that I can never pick up all the quests together because I am always quest log full. So that is why I did that, because I have so many skip quests unfinished for Legion. So yeah, that definitely helped out with some of that. I completed 2 of my skip quests, so that knocked out 2 quests, and yeah. No mount, but that's okay. However, I did obtain a mount this week. It just wasn't seen on stream because it wasn't really a mount run I do. But I decided to go finish my meta achievement for the Legion dungeons. And so that gets me a mount. This is it here. So yeah, that was really cool. I'm glad to have that out of the way. And yeah, so the next one I'll probably be working on is the BFA dungeon ones, because I never did finish those. And yeah, so I did obtain a mount this week. So that is my progression for this week. I've also been doing some leveling on alts. I got my shaman to 60, so that was really cool. I'm now working on... actually, what character am I working on? I don't think I've swapped to another character since, to be perfectly honest. But the next character will be my rogue. I already have the rogue out in Shadowlands, and you know, I occasionally hop on and do stuff. And I still have the hunter for streams. I just I didn't have a chance last week to get the hunter in on a stream. But maybe this week, maybe we'll do some leveling. And that is basically all my goals and progressions. And this week's goal that I have set for myself is to get another character leveled. Not totally sure which one, either the hunter or the rogue, but it would be nice to get one more level 60 by the end of this week. And for those that are maybe wondering what my motivation lately has been for the leveling, well, for starters, I always level a lot of characters right at the beginning, so that I'm set throughout the expansion. But there is something going on right now that has increased it, and it's the black market. I had totally forgotten that you now have to be level 60 to even bid. So that's what my motivation's been, and that's why I'm targeting, you know, these different classes. Yeah, so it would be nice. I've got a clothy that can hunt down the black market. I've got my leather wearer and a mail wearer. So yeah, it'd be nice. Eventually I'll level my Death Knight, but yeah, it's kind of rough. I guess I never realized how much I enjoyed actually playing the black market on a low level character. Like I feel like a lot of my black market wins came on low level characters. So yeah, it's been a little different with the whole must be max level to play the black market. I had totally forgotten. I remember they told us in BFA that was changing, but I had totally forgotten, and I went there on my shaman just before she hit 60. I think she was like 59 or something, and I couldn't even talk to the black market chick. So yeah, so in case you're curious, you must be level 60 now to play the black market. And if you're not really into transmogs, you could just play it on one character. I usually do hunt down, you know, the non-transmog stuff on my druid, my main character. Also, something else I thought we would go over this week is the grateful offerings. I had someone asking me earlier in the week how you obtain them, and upon answering that question for them, I figured that maybe there's some more of you guys that don't know quite how to get the grateful offerings. For those that don't know, grateful offering is pretty much almost as important for currency as your anima, because when you buy stuff on your quartermaster, a lot of it's going to take anima and grateful offerings. One item in particular takes a lot of grateful offerings, and that's amount. There's amount pretty much on all the covenants that you can either go farm for a really low drop rate, or you can purchase it for like 5,000 anima and 75 grateful offerings. And there's also other things that take it, but that's, the one that comes to mind for me. So how do you get this grateful offerings? It is pretty easy to get. I haven't really been focusing it, but I do have quite a bit of it. But my struggle lately has been the anima, because there's just so much to spend the anima on that I'm just constantly spending it and then having to regain it. And yeah, so that's really where my struggle comes in. But anyway, how to get the grateful offerings. There's basically three different ways you can get it. One way is off of treasure chests. There's also the champion enemies, tougher to get. And they will drop generally 2 each. So you get a couple off of that. Daily quests and world quests can drop them as well. Usually it's in batches of 3. And the really tough mobs, the game likes to call them powerful foes. You'll see callings for that, to kill 3 powerful foes or whatever. Those guys will also drop it as well, and again, that goes in 3s generally. And of course, like most things in the game, this is purely RNG, so you may get the currency and you may not. Just generally, if you do, that's the max you would get off of those kills. And like I said, there's tons of stuff you use it for. It's a pretty big currency for me because I'm a cosmetic collector. So yeah, there is a lot of cosmetics that take it. Some are cheap, some aren't. And then, like I said, there's the mount as well. There's weapon transmogs, and some of those require like 50 of the grateful offerings. So if you collect everything, you're probably going to be farming the grateful offerings for quite a while. Also, we have some nerfs coming this week for dungeons and raids. I am just going to screenshot it because it's quite a bit, actually. For dungeons, it includes Plaguefall, Depths, Spire, and Necrotic. So there is quite a bit in there. Feel free to pause the video and read up on it if you would like. And there's also some nerfs to the Castle Nothria raid involving Stone Legion generals, and also that is screenshotted right now. So feel free to pause and check that out as well. So there will be also some class tuning going on this week as well. There's 10 specs that have been buffed, and those are the Frost Death Knight is going to have all damage abilities increased by 5%. The Havoc Demon Hunter is going to have all damage abilities increased by 3%. Beast Mastery Hunter will have all damage abilities increased by 5%. Survival Hunter will have all damage abilities increased by 5% as well. Frost Mage is going to have all their damage abilities increased by 3%. Assassination Rogue will have all their damage abilities increased by 5%. Enhancement Shaman will have their damage abilities increased by 3%. The Destruction Warlock will have their damage abilities increased by 5%. Arms and Fury Warrior will have their damage abilities increased by 3%. And that is it. Also in Torghast news, shortly after reset of this past week, I was on my shaman because I was leveling her, and when she hit 60, of course, she got that Torghast quest, so I went and I was just gonna park her out there. I didn't feel like really doing Torghast at that moment. I just, out of curiosity, wanted to see if all her shit was set to 0, and it wasn't. So, Torghast is now account-wide. She had access to everything my druid had. Okay, and that calls it for this video, so I hope you enjoyed, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.